I'm graduating soon, and I'm worried about how my university life to workforce transition might be.
Well, it's really important to know your vocational preferences before you leave. Have you heard of Holland's framework?
Holland's framework? No, what is that?
Well, let me explain. John Holland is an American psychologist who developed the vocational typology, also known as Holland's codes. And this theory is based on the idea that people have a vocational preference based on their personality type. Holland argues that there are six major types of personalities, which are conventional, artistic, realistic, investigative, enterprising, and social.
So, what's your vocational preference?
I would say that my vocational preference is enterprising. Holland argues that for someone with this vocational preference, it's a personality that likes leading, meeting people, influencing others, and working in business. And Holland believes that this characteristic suits certain occupations such as salesperson, executive, and managers. And I actually worked for a company that started implementing online websites, so I got to grow with them. And because I was part of the initial team, I learned how to do everything that included online services, so from invoicing to refunding, order cancellation, customer service, packaging, anything. And due to the growth of the company, we often had employed new people where I had to teach them how to do everything and overlook their work to make sure that there were no mistakes made. So once I got to this level, the manager would often leave me managing the online to make sure that there were no customers' complaints. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed the responsibilities because I often got asked to innovate and problem solve. My boyfriend and friends say that I'm quite good at giving orders, but in a nice way, as well as organizing like birthday parties and my own wedding that's coming up. So I think it would be really nice, and I would really enjoy a career path that suits, that involves this characteristic. Now that I'm at university, I'm seeking knowledge and skills that would enable me to pursue a pathway that involves like managing and team and being in charge of new projects. So that's why I think enterprising by Holland's theory would be my vocational preference. How about you, Sanesh?
Well,
To be honest, when attempting to apply the Holland framework to myself, I seem to find not only one, but two types of vocational personalities that fit with my characteristics. I found that both the artistic and the enterprising typology seem to apply to me. The artistic type takes into account my creativity, a personality facet that is exemplified by my rather decent artistic skills, my ability to play multiple musical instruments, my enjoyment of planning, presenting, and designing, and my highly communicative disposition. However, I also enjoy meeting and talking to people. I like working with others, whether it involves being delegated to or delegating, and I love organizing and planning. These other aspects of my character involve more sociability and organization, which coincides more with the enterprising type. You can even see evidence of these types of vocational personalities throughout my work in history and school career. I organized my prom and numerous NGO fundraising events, both of which entailed finding locations and negotiating funds and donations, as well as planning the decor and designing the invitations. My friends and family's perception of me also seems to correlate with these two vocational personality types, as, over the years, they have supported and complemented my artistic endeavors. They have often led the organization of plans ranging from holidays to dinners to me, and have asked me to help them organize many parties, which have entailed the use of both personality types to result in events that not only ran smoothly, but looked wonderful as well. So, I would use both of the artistic and enterprising vocational personalities to explain my individual vocational preferences, both of which, when used together, suggest that maybe I should look into a career in advertising, or managing, or maybe even publishing as an editor. Maybe you can use it in the same way to find what you could do.
Yeah, actually mine is quite similar to you guys.
Based on that, I would say I fit the enterprising typology. According to what you have said, Holland suggested people with an enterprising typology typically tend to be social leaders who are influential. As you may know, I am a very social person. I also consider myself to be very influential due to my inflated ego. Holland believes that these typologies suit occupations in the law, business, and sales sector. Previously, I was a soldier. When people think of soldiers, they assume that the only skills involved are just practical. However, this is very untrue. During my service in the army, I had extended contact with civilians. This greatly exercised my social skills. Soldiers must enjoy meeting people and being social to be effective on the field. Communication is also very important when being a soldier. Talking to fellow comrades and understanding when or how to take order is an essential skill. The military is viewed as a very influential organization. Those who serve in the military have to expound great leadership skills and must be a source of influence and pride for the community. When you are a soldier, your fellow comrades are your only source of comfort. You are with them constantly, and you should therefore encourage them to face any difficulty you are faced with. Motivating yourself and your teammates are crucial to be successful in the army, and I believe those skills are equally valued in our work and society.
Actually, I'm quite different to you guys, really.
From the 6 vocational personality types that Holland has categorized people into, I believe the one that fits me best is the social personality. I've always loved to help people out, wherever possible. I've also attempted to help anyone in need in order to make their life that much easier, and in order for me to feel fulfilled and good about my actions. I'm also first aid qualified, which Holland has included as one of the essential skills that a social type of person would possess, just because they love to help people out, and that's one way they can help people. I've also worked in a customer service role for the past 4 years, as I love working with people and providing the best possible service to our customers. My friends always joke that I sound way too friendly when interacting with new people. I didn't know it was a bad thing, to be quite honest, but even my boss comments on how I talk to customers. Even he doesn't mind though, so that's important. The reason I do this is because I treat everyone as I meet them as a new friend. As I'm doing a management major, as one of my majors at university, I'd love to be able to be in charge of a professional team one day, making sure everyone's keeping up with the work and that they are coping okay, and any problems that would arise in the workforce, I'd love to be in charge of making sure that's all solved. One career path I'm considering is a police officer, which would be a great place for me to use my social skills, as I can actually keep the community safe and make sure everyone's doing okay. And these are the reasons that I believe I fall under the social vocational type.
So from university to work, is there some strategy I can use?
Well, one strategy could include doing research into the kind of job you'll get from your field at university, because it's very common for graduates to finish their degree and get into work straight away and get really surprised by the type of work they get into, as often it leads to also bad results because they're not really too happy what they're doing. So it'd be good to research what you're doing so you don't get surprised by this when you graduate.
Yeah, and you could also try to do work experience through internships to gain a better understanding of the job, through talking with people who are already in that line of work to get their first perspectives. Work experience is also really helpful because you can get to know better the company that you're interested in working with. Often companies give the incorrect impression or are not clear enough about what the job is like when they advertise their business to recruit people, which can be very challenging for new employees that have just come out of university.
That is so true. You could also make sure that your communication skills are on par by joining a debate team or a public speaking club, because communication skills are one of the most highly valued skills that employees look for. And often there's a mismatch between the university graduate's skills and what the employers actually want. And that's all part of a successful transition, which involves obtaining an appropriate job in a decent amount of time. And to do that, it's important to make sure you research what the job will actually entail and make sure it fits with your vocational preferences.
I see. So I will, thank you very much. So I will keep in mind all those vocational preferences and technology with the strategies that you gave me, and I will look for the job which will suit me the most.